Start the third term of our match day coverage on Geelong Radio 100.3 FM. And Elvis is with us back in the show. Good to see. Kick out of the middle by Chris Delaney is the first effective possession of this third term. Andrew Howlett tried to get it away to Slamikas. He did so. Go to James Lee. Can give it to Nick Smith. Timmy Ellis, says Laurie to Goldie. Handballs over the top to David Kennedy. Can waltz in from 25 metres out and put the first goal on the board in the third term. David Kennedy is first, and the 8th for Werribee Centrals. They go to 8-9-57. They lead Thomson 5-6-36. Inside 40 seconds in this third term. Lexa Wyndham bringing us the third term, and Laurie just the start they wanted.
Look, and I think that's just what Eric Riss spoke about before. You know, they had the runners there. They shared the footy around, and they had the options, and but they sort of look very threatening when they go forward, and they're going to be a worry if they continue to do that.
Umpire Willihan now with the ball in the centre. Up it goes again. Lee and Justin. Lee gets the tap down through the legs of all players. Festuca runs onto the ball, perhaps in the back. No, said the umpire. Play on. Now there's stacks on the mill, and the umpire will come in. Still inside the centre square, almost centre half forward for the Werribee Central side. Well, there's more players on the ground than I thought then. They seem to be taking a fortnight to get up, but finally they're all up on their feet. Umpire with the ball, Lee and Justin. We'll do it all again. Justin up high, gets the tap down. Lee tries to tackle him. Well, the ball finally fried, tries to get a handball clear. Finally, it's off the ground for Werribee. Half forward flank. It's Kennedy again. Very, very slippery out there. Gets it across to Morley. Handball smothered. Now the ball in dispute on centre wing. Finally comes out to Sabali Armstrong. Tries to find Shannon. Runs onto the ball, McFarlane, little handball to Luke Shannon, who kept running, goes to centre half forward, but there's nobody there except Shembry of the Werribee Central side. He takes the mark. Now that's interesting because, well, that was interesting because I suspect the umpire didn't say let go then, and I reckon for it to be 50, he would have had to say that. However, Shembry's won himself a 50-metre penalty, which is about 30, and has the kick. Shembry, Werribee Central, drives to centre half forward. Howlett has the ball tapped away by Aitchison, comes to ground. Delaney eludes a tackle, kicks the ball high. It's going to forward pocket. Page in good position. Good work by Bradley. Gets the ball tapped forward, but gee, Werribee are running to the fall of the ball, Laurie, and they're looking very, very ominous early in this third quarter.
Look, their ground speed looks very impressive, Eric. They pretty quick when the ball hits the ground, and that's a good side to me.
3 minutes into the third quarter. Lexus Wyndham scoreboard 8-9 Werribee, 5-6 Thomson. In comes the ball from the behind post. Grabbed out of the ruck. Oh, if that's a goal, that is unbelievable. Just to paint the picture, the ball was grabbed in the ruck by Werribee, kicked to the goal square. The ball landed in the goal square. Page of Werribee threw his right foot at the ball and drop kicked it through the goals.
Ronaldo would be happy.
You would not believe it. His 4th for the day. Werribee Central's 9th. Lexus Wyndham scoreboard. Werribee 9-9-63. Moving away from Thomson now, 5-6-36.
I think he might have went to the MCG on Thursday night. Did he watch Manchester United play the Socceroos?
It was Peter Dacos or Gary Abbott. Pick if you like.
Unbelievable.
Back in the middle, Justin takes it out of the ruck contest with both hands. Gets a kick away towards half forward. Off hands, McFarlane's in there fighting against Beck. McFarlane went one way, then the other. Got the handball back towards Daniels, who got ripped off the football. No free kick. Highland's got it though. Around the corner, one-on-one, Cowan. But in front, Bennett is able to take the mark. And switch play towards the half-back flank. Wobbly kick. It might be all right though off a Festuca. Takes a good strong mark at half-back. Runs in Justin as he took it. But took it well, goes towards half forward. Aitchison, Gann coming across Shembry. Aitchison goes up, Armstrong on hands and knees, quick hands, back towards himself in the end, and he can't get it away, I don't think. Umpire Gladkey will come in and bounce the ball. Some half-time scores in the GDFL. Bannockburn 6-3-39, lead Bell Post Hill 4-8-32. Eastern Suburbs 10-10-70, lead Belmont Lions 7-7-49. Anarchy 6-2-38, lead North Geelong 2-3-15. And Geelong West 7-5-42, lead Corio on a close one 6-3-39. Ball from the ruck contest comes out. It's going to be a free kick for a high tackle against Carrington. It's going to go to Andrew Aitchison on the point of the centre square at half-back. He tries to measure the pass towards Daniels. Off hands, Highland now comes through, does well. Got a high tackle from Delaney, the 2 number 47s. And handballs it back towards Daniels. Can't pick it up. Went for a Shepherd. Should have gone for the footy. Now Roland Beck gets it out towards Slavinkas. Still in the middle of Godfrey Street. Highland rides a bump. Got one high, did he? Got a hold, in fact. And it's going to be Christian Highland. Still in the middle of the ground. Needs a lead at centre half forward somewhere. Goes wide to Bradley, who ran off from half back. Now the right boot tries to measure the pass. Well, he's picked out a couple of Werribee Central's players, including James Lou, who kicks it back towards Justin in the middle. Oh, can't take the mark. Could be crucial. Tapped on, but the numbers are there. Highland gets a shepherd from Burns. Gets a quick kick away towards half forward for Stuka. Stands under the ball. Can't take the mark. Got some support though. Shembry's there. Oh, nearly got his head ripped off. And we'll take a free kick. At half-back, no. Umpire Wheelerhand says it's got to come back.
Well, that's incredible because umpire Gladkey paid the advantage before when it wasn't. On that occasion it was, and umpire Wheelerhand pulled it back. So
Shembry's got it at half-back. Could have gone short. He does now towards Hallam. It's okay at true half-back. Now Matthew Hallam goes towards centre wing, coming out Howlett. Good kick, it's all right, takes it. Uncontested, it's centre wing. Goes to the left boot towards half forward. The lead's on Kennedy. Calvert does well. Pushes Mays away and takes the mark. At half forward, they've moved it well. The lead's on from Page. He goes in that direction now. Bradley and up Page. Lee goes up as well and takes a great grab.
One hand.
One hand if you don't mind. And we'll have a shot for goal from 40 metres out directly in front. But you wouldn't put your house on him, would you, Laurie?
Oh, we can't be too hard on him.
Oh, well, I'm just... He'll pop it through now.
He'll probably pop this one through soon. We're having a bit of a joke. He's played a good game, actually, James.
He has done well. We've got some half-time scores from round 15 of the GFL while James Lee lines up for goal. St Joey's 11-9-75, lead Bell Park 5-5-35 by 40 points. North Shore 17-3-105, great kicking by the Shores. St Mary's 4-8-32, so a big lead by North Shore. As we see James Lee coming in from about 35 metres out, directly in front. And it's pretty close. In fact, he might have missed to the far side. He has one behind to James Lee. So Werribee Centrals now go to 9-10-64. They lead Thomson, who are 5-6-36. Lexus of Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 7.5 minutes. Sabali Armstrong from fullback. Great kick towards half-back. Atchison with the fly. Oh, Calvert in front. Pay the mark, umpire Wheelerhand, and he has. Simon Calvert, great grab.
Big mark for a little man, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got a great leap and great set of hands. And he took the mark there in front of Atchison and Justin. He goes now from half forward. The lead's on by Howlett. Goes up over his head. Bradley against him. Atchison's there also, pretty close to the boundary line. Tries to measure it towards Wolfenden. Bad bounce for Wolfenden. Handball back inboard, looking for Highland. Also Justin. He slips over the crucial stage. Spud, but he does pretty well to get up and break away. Christian Highland goes to the right boot towards half forward. Maharis up there. Great grab. Nick Maharis. Still on centre wing now. Needs to move it quickly. Shannon gives him a short lead. He elects though to go towards centre half forward, setting it up for Cowan. Up against a couple off hands. He got a second grab to it. Daniels roved well. Then got upended as he tried to get the ball away. Kicked off the ground, goes towards the boundary line, pretty close. Shannon and also Morley tried to keep it in. Morley over the top. Well, now he loses it and it is out of bounds. Geelong West St Peters 8-5-53 lead Grovedale 5-5-35. South Barwon 7-7-49 in a close one against St Albans 7-2-44. And Leopold 9-8-62 lead Newtown 3-8-26 at half time. Those scores. Now the ball's back out of bounds in front of the Werribee Central's coach's box. And we'll have another throw in. So some pretty close tussles around football this afternoon at half time. Thrown in, Lee from the back. In front McFarlane. Tries to get it out, he can't do so. Goes to Skinner now, who can. And goes with the left boot towards Howlett and Atchison at centre wing position. Falls towards Justin and Atchison again. Handball quickly to Fanning, who's away. Goes with the right boot towards full forward. Cowan, 3 against him in front. The numbers with Werribee. Hallam off the ground towards Morley. Standing starts okay. Can drive it back towards centre wing. Howlett up against Justin. Howlett 2 grabs, takes the grab. And plays on quickly. Gives it to Skinner off half back. Goes towards half forward. Calvert, Stein, Kennedy, Mays. They're all there. Stein's there. And gets it away. Adam Fry, pretty high, but they can raffle it, the Werribee Central's players. And winning it's Jason Carrington.
Carrington now takes the ball, drives towards half forward. Bit of a wrestle there between the Werribee player in Kennedy and his opponent there in Stein. But the ball is off hands and over the boundary. thrown in a half-forward flank for the Werribee side. And Laurie, they're looking very good in this third quarter against the Breeze, although the Breeze does look to have dropped a bit.
I think you might be right there. I think it has dropped a bit, but they are playing well there. And Thomson just can't seem to go forward, Eric. And they're leaving the forward line open down there with Cowan, but I'm not sure whether that's the way to go. You know, they've got to get runners down there to help him when he gets down there. It's coming out rebounding too quick.
From the ruck throw in, it's a free kick been given. Andrew Howlett's got the free kick, and he's also copped a bit of a bump as well because he's down on the ground and well, slowly getting to his feet. So just got a bit of a lull in play. It's 10.5 minutes into the third quarter here. Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard 9-10 Werribee. From the handball from Howlett, the ball comes to ground at full forward now for the Werribee side. Highland runs onto the ball and looks for the safety of the boundary, and I think just found it. He was under real pressure there because the Werribee players now were working very, very hard to keep the ball in that forward area, give themselves the opportunity to add to their score. 30 metres from the behind post. Social Club side of the ground here at Godfrey Street. In comes the ball. Justin, huge tap forward, only as far as Nick Smith of Werribee. Handball over the top, and he's found Slavinkas. He's popped it on the right foot, and it's a magnificent goal from Slavinkas. He's kicked it basically over the left shoulder, and it is his first goal for the day. Very good kick and a very good goal for the Werribee side, because now at 11.5 minutes into the third quarter, Lexus Wyndham scoreboard. Thomson 5-6-36 haven't scored since half time. They're kicking with the wind. Werribee Central's 10-10-70.
Yes, they're looking very, very good, aren't they, Eric? And it's ominous signs there for Thomson. I think, you know, they've got to try, and I'm not sure what they can do, maybe shift a few positions around, but they've got to do something to try and get back into this game a bit.
Well, certainly the leg speed of Werribee is certainly worrying them, isn't it?
Oh, certainly.
Up goes the ball again. Justin up high. Lee gets the tap down, goes to Highland. He gets a handball over the top to Sabali Armstrong, who's running. Armstrong on the right foot, but he's forced very, very wide. The mark not taken there for Thomson, comes to ground. Now it stacks on the mill. Coming through there was Hallam of Werribee. Clears the ball along the ground and gains 35 metres. Ball out of bounds. True centre wing, out of side of the Godfrey Street ground here. Boundary umpire now recovered the ball. He goes back to true centre wing and will now throw the ball in. In it comes. Lee in front there of Justin. Ball comes to ground, stacks on the mill, and umpire Gladkey will now throw the ball up. Almost where the ball came in. Well, just a bit of discussion there between the players. Umpire Gladkey now has recovered the ball, and we'll do it again. A lot of players around the ball, and perhaps that's to Werribee's advantage, Laurie. They're doing well in the packs.
Yes, they are, Eric. They just seem to have a bit of an advantage in the pack area, I think.
Justin gets a huge punch forward there for the Thomson side. Running onto the balls, Luke Shannon gets a handball clear to Petterwood. Petterwood can't handle it, unfortunately, and well, umpire's paid the advantage. Goes to Morley. Handball over the top, and here go Werribee once again. Ball on centre wing. Delaney, handball clear, but Justin has got back very quickly for a big man. He did well to block the play up there for the Thomson side, and umpire Wheelerhand's call for the ball. We'll have ball up on centre wing, outer side, Godfrey Street Oval.
We've got a final score from Shell Stadium as well, where the Geelong Falcons were playing. 14-8-92. They defeated the Gippsland Power in a close game, 12-16-88 by 4 points. The Falcons. We've got another ball up on centre wing on the outer side. 70 playing 36. Werribee Central's in control here in this third term. 14 minutes gone. Umpire will throw the ball up once again. Lee up against Justin. Lee goes up early, gets it down, but rove beautifully by Highland. Right foot kick towards Cowan, and Plugger can't take the mark, but pretty good recovery. Oh, runs into Morley if you don't mind, but then that's holding the ball, says umpire Glaggy. A throw in the end, and play on advantage for Werribee Central's. Hallam goes from half back towards half forward. Coming out, Stein takes a good mark. Just settles the play down for Thomson. And now gives it off to Armstrong. Good option because he can go long. He goes very long over the head of McFarlane in the end. Falls towards Carrington, who tries to tap it on the advantage of Bernardo. Does so. He can measure the pass to Skinner. And he takes it to half back. Runs on quickly, Brett Skinner. Goes with the left boot towards half forward. Coming out, Howlett up against Atchison over his head. Oh, the umpire says there's a push. Says umpire Wheelerhand. And it will be a free kick to Andrew Howlett at half forward.
I think the push was there, but it's soft.
Oh.
Howlett now, half forward. Goes to the left boot, sets it up. Kennedy coming across Shembry. Calvert there also off hands. Highland again in there working hard for Stuka. Highland again tries to tap it out. The advantage of Stein. Does well. Who keeps it in play, Jason Stein. Runs from half back just to the wide open space on centre wing. Which way is it going to bounce? Over the boundary line and out of bounds for a throw in. Right in front of the Geelong Radio commentary box this afternoon. Situated on centre wing, Social Club side. Werribee Central's 10-10. They lead Thomson 5-6. The Tigers only managed 3 behind since quarter time. Lee over the back to Nick Smith. Handball up to Highland. Wrong player there. Goes with the left boot off a standing start towards McFarlane. Roved by Morley. Did well. Can handball outboard towards Good. Has to get onto his left boot. Kick around the corner towards Smith and Shembry. Shembry leaves it for him. Now the big man. Breaks away. Handball up to Lee. They're mucking around with it a bit on centre wing. Burns. Kick. Back to Highland. Did well. Dodged. Got it to McFarlane. Now McFarlane just sets it up. High kick towards centre half forward Beck. Up also Peterwood Beck. Good mark. Strong by the big man, by the small man. And at half back, Roland Beck just inside defensive 50. Will clear once again for the Centurions. Umpire Glecky just moving somebody away from the mark. Might have been his shadow. But anyway, hands the balls it off. Roland Beck to Matty Hallam. At centre half back, goes towards the middle of the ground. Coming out Kennedy, Stein. Burns in there working hard as well, just trying to tap the advantage of McFarlane. Couldn't do so for Stuka and Shembry. Shembry's there. Tried to handball it to the advantage of Kennedy, but Stein chops it off. It's at centre half forward for Werribee Centrals. Doesn't go anywhere but there, and umpire Wheelerhan will come in and bounce the footy.
Umpire Wheelerhan with the ball on the 50-metre arc at centre half forward for the Werribee side. Up goes the ball. Lee and Justin. Lee taps the ball forward, only as far there as the Thomson player in Stein. Stein to centre wing. In front there is Beck. Beckley and does well. Wins the ball, drives towards half forward. And good position there was the Werribee player. Took a strong mark. Well, there was some conjecture by the Thomson player. Thought he'd punched it away in Stein, but not so. Play on. Ball goes to the full forward position on this occasion. Howlett way behind Aitchison. Aitchison takes the mark comfortably. Plays on quickly, drives back to centre wing. Big pack of players, comes to ground. Unfortunately, Thomson just can't get the run of the ball. They're being beaten almost at every issue when the ball drops to ground. Kick to centre half back. Fanning of Thomson grabs the ball. He's kicked it straight back to Shembry. Good backing up there by Good it is for the Werribee side. Push. No, said the umpire. Play on. Ball comes to ground. Picked up there by Beck. He gets a handball clear. Thomson, well, strong work there from Werribee. Just pretty scrappy in the middle. This time it's Fry following up. Kicks it off the ground. Here's a chance for Thomson. Comes to Luke Shannon over the top to McFarlane, and McFarlane runs into an open goal, and that's their first goal for a long, long time, the Thomson side. Christian McFarlane second, and at the 18-minute mark of the third quarter, the Lexington Wyndham scoreboard, Thomson now 6-6-42. Trail Werribee 10-10-70, and they worked hard to get that, Laurie. They
worked hard with that, Eric, and in the end it was probably a little bit of luck. It was a missed fumble, I think. They ran on it and they had the numbers there. Werribee just seemed to have the runners at the ball. I just seen Roland Beck there before. He went past one of the Thomson blokes and he gave him 5 yards start and beat him by 5, so that indicates they've got a bit of speed out there.
Umpire Wheelerhan with the ball in the centre once again. Justin beaten by Lee, comes down to Delaney on the left foot, drives it towards half forward. Calvert's read it well, almost took the mark, falling to ground. Unfortunately can't control it. Ball picked up, driven back over the head there of Dale Menzies. The opportunity to run onto Maharis fell over, running toward the ball, allows Good the easy access to it. And a bit of good work by the Thomson forwards there. They forced the ball over the boundary line, half forward flank, kept it in their forward area, and that's important for them at this point in time. 19 minutes gone, third quarter, 70 plays 42. In comes the ball. Lee taps it down, only as far there as Mitchell it was for the Thomson side. Umpire, well, he's called play on. The ball's come to ground. The free kick was going to be to Thomson. Running onto the ball is McGann. Yeah, a long time since I've seen McGann kicking goals. But there we go at the 19.5 minute mark, third quarter. Lexington Wyndham scoreboard. Thomson 7-6-48. They're coming back a little against Werribee 10-10-70.
Well, his fiancée Tracy would be pretty happy, I think, sitting in the car listening to us, knowing that Mick's kicked a goal. She'd be pretty happy with that. So Just a couple of quick ones, Laurie.
A bit of good work by Mark Cowan. Then he used his body there and wrapped his arms around the guy, forced a free kick and ran onto the ball and finished it off nicely.
So Thomson 7-6, Werribee Central's 10-10. Wind has died down a little bit here. It is a little bit gusty. We've had a couple of gusts in this third term. We've been going 20 minutes. Lee gets it down, off hands, coming through. Smith, handball. Fanning getting back there against Carrington. Rides the bump, goes back towards centre half back. Coming through Atchison. Gets ripped off the footy. Still gets a kick away across half back. Foot race now. Burns against 3 Centurions. James Lee gets across there. Does well for a big man with pace. And goes high. Page goes up early. That is a dead set free kick. He was riding the bucking bronco there. And
Joes, did he get up?
Aaron Bradley will take the free kick in the last line defence for Thomson.
He was sitting on Bradley's shoulders.
Oh.
He's an exciting lad.
Yeah, Bradley straight down the middle of the ground towards Cowan. Over the back, Justin does well. Reads the play well for a big man and goes with the right boot towards McFarlane. Up against a couple. Oh, off hands. Now who's going to get there? Who's going to fall for? Oh, nearly fell into Mitchell's arms. Handball though to Shembry. Oh, poor little kick. Justin going to handball to Fanning. Fanning off a step. No, handball is okay to Highland, is it? No, it's not because he's wrapped up. Held to him. And it's going to be a ball up at 50. Thomson attacking.
They looked threatening then, didn't they,
Jason? They did. Roland Beck, great tackle on Christian Highland. And gets up with a bit of a corky too, Roland Beck, after that big tackle on Christian Highland. Ball up. Umpire. Gladkey throws it down. Justin, big tab out. Gann, who's in the forward line now, obviously, standing down there. Couldn't take it with him. And over the top also Petterwood. Stacks on the mill. The umpire may have to come in. He does. And will bounce the ball.
Got 3/4 time AFL. Adelaide 14-12. Lead the Bulldogs 8-8. Malcolm Blight's
he's done it again,
ploy
hasn't he?
working. And Brisbane 11-10, leading St Kilda 8-6.
So 35 metres out from Thompson's goal. Pushed out now. Smith meeting Burns. Burns outside 50. Quick hands to Mitchell. Back to Armstrong. On the wrong boot, but still gets a 45-metre kick away towards McFarlane on the goal square. Which way is it going to bounce for Spart? I think it's through for a goal. Off his left boot, if you don't mind, Sabali Armstrong.
It's his second.
Oh, he'll be having a party tonight, Spud. And it's the 8th for Thomson. They go to 8-6-54. Werribee Central's 10-10-70. Leicester Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 22.5 minutes.
Laurie, it's almost as if Werribee have done the work you'd reckon for the half, and they're taking the foot off the pedal, and Thomson are coming back quite strongly.
Well, it looks like that, and I mean, you don't allow Silvani Armstrong to go down the ground too far by the look of it. He's a great kick, and he's been able to drift down twice now.
Right or left foot as well.
Exactly.
Up goes the ball in the centre. Umpire Gladkey. Justin gets a tap forward. Thomson going forward once again. Well, Maharis, well, he did get it across to Menzies. Comes off hands now to Luke Shannon. Luke Shannon with the left foot snap from centre half forward, 40 metres out. That's gone straight through the middle. So they're on a roll at the moment. That's Luke Shannon's second goal for the day. 23 minutes into the third quarter now. Lexus and Wyndham scoreboard. Thomson coming back strongly. 9-6-60 now. Only trail by 10 points. Werribee Central's 10-10-70.
what we were talking about 10 minutes ago, we said they hadn't kicked a goal since quarter time. All of a sudden they've kicked 4.
I mean, that was a lovely goal from Luke then. You know, he can kick like that. Look,
that's the opportunist goal that he should get, isn't it?
And a left footer run around, beautiful stuff.
So the ball back in the centre with umpire Gladkey. Can Werribee get back now? Up high. Well, neither ruckman get a touch on the ball. Comes to ground. Christian Highland tackle too high, said the umpire. And, well, fair enough. The fella trying to get the ball is getting the opportunity to get the free kick. Centre half forward. Off hands. It comes down to the back of the pack. Players run onto the ball. Good gets a hit toward the boundary for the Werribee side, and they're starting to look for defence now. Maharis runs onto the ball. Thrown off the ball. No free kick, said the umpire. And now the ball's out of bounds where the 50-metre arc intersects with the boundary. Outer side Thomson oval here, and Thomson in attack once again. Starting to get quite dark, and I think we might need the lights in the last quarter because we're only 24 minutes into the third. Up high there was Shembry, but it comes down to Justin. Grabs the ball from that contest. The ball lands off his foot right on the boundary line, I'd suggest, and it's out of bounds just in front of the scoreboard, which shows Thomson 60. Werribee Central 70, and we're just clocking up to 25 minutes into the third quarter.
Boundary throw in. Maharis up against Shembry, who went up high against Shannon. Dribbled it towards the goal line. Gann can't quite pick it up. It's pretty close, only a couple of metres out from goal. but it is bottled up by the Werribee Central's defence, who have been under pressure for the last 10 minutes or so. And we'll have to do some defending once again. The umpire throwing the ball up. Maharis standing on the defensive side, plucks it out, kicks a goal if you don't mind. Oh, it's as easy as that for Nick Maharis. Didn't need any help there. Took it out of the ruck contest, turned around, snapped the goal, and the 10th for Thomson. They go to 10-6-66. They trail Werribee Central's 10-10-70. Lex of Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 25.5 minutes gone. It's as easy as that, Laurie. It's an easy game when you can play like that.
It's a game, isn't it? I mean, 5 minutes ago we were saying about the ground speed that Werribee had, and all of a sudden in this 5 minutes it's Thomson's ground speed that's killing Werribee.
That was a great effort from Maharis. He ran from the goal line, away from the goals, grabbed the ball, twisted, landed on the ground and kicked a goal from the goal square. Well done. Back
in the middle. Shembry's having a run in the ruck now to relieve Lee. And he gets it down to Carrington, who ran away. Good play. And crucial play it could be towards Kennedy. Stein punches it away well, but Page can run onto it and gets in front of Bradley. Turns it around, but has missed. It's out of bounds on the full. And very good play by Jason Stein to get a hand in there. And they were running.
Top effort there, Jason, yes.
And it will be a free kick to Aaron Bradley in the last line defence.
It is exciting, Page, though, Laurie, isn't he? Like he's likely to do anything.
I was just about going to say this is going to be a gimme.
Yeah, the way he goes.
Aaron Bradley now from the right back post. Oh, woeful kick towards the boundary line and Highland. I think he was looking a bit further afield for Atchison, but didn't get that far. And it will be a boundary throw-in.
Probably the only lucky thing it wasn't out of bounds in the full, because it would have been a disaster at that point. So 26.5 minutes gone, third quarter. Brilliant last 8 or 9 minutes from the Thomson side. Justin, good use of the body, gets rid of his opponent, but ball comes around. Well, Highland ran under the ball well, got past his opponent. Cowan picks the ball up, uses strength on the left foot now, drives it towards half forward. Running hard at balls to Maharis once again. Gann tries to flip the ball wide to the running player in Maharis. He gets the ball clear to Highland. Yep, well, he avoids the tackle. Well done. Off one step, drives it to the full forward position. It's over the top of the pack. Can the Thomson players run onto it? Well, they do, but only by hand. Dale Menzies rushes are behind, so 1 point closer. Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard. Thomson 10-7-67. They trail Werribee by 3 points, 10-10-70. 27.5 minutes gone, third quarter.
Kick in towards the outer side. It's all right. From Hallam to Good. And he takes it on the defensive 50, half-back flank. Drive towards centre wing. Floating punt towards Howlett. Off hands. Nick Smith does well, reads the play. Can he get around Armstrong? Yes, he can. And puts the pedal down towards half forward. Calvert punched away by Mays. Was all right. Stein's there. Done pretty well this afternoon, Jason Stein. And once again, good defensive play to see it over the boundary line and out of bounds for a throw-in at half forward. So 67 playing 70. Late stage of this third term. 28 minutes gone. Setting up for what will be a fantastic last term in our round 14 match day coverage. Justin, who has taken over in the ruck in this third term, really dominated, but it falls this time. Out the back to Carrington, left foot kick, the lead's on. Bradley in front, Rove, Stein, Kennedy. Kennedy does well, can handball to Calvert. Well, he kicked it towards goal, and I think Calvert might let it go through. He has for a goal to David Kennedy, his second. And they just stretched that margin a little bit more. Werribee their first goal in quite a while, 11-10-76. They lead Thomson 10-7-67. Lex of Wyndham third quarter scoreboard.
From a team perspective, Laurie, that had to be a goal because he was in diabolical trouble. I think the coach would have had several words to
You
it.
were looking at the same thing I was looking at, Eric. Oh, Josie, I think, and it bounced and it wobbled a bit, and
Yes.
I think he was very lucky he went through. I think he would have been sitting down in the coach's box.
The only thing, Calvert probably had it under control. He was able to grab it, I think.
Oh, no, the trainer's in the middle for Werribee. So Thomson get the free kick through Justin. He handballs to Highland. He goes to McFarlane. Off hands to Mahara. So he's ripped off the footy. No free kick. Play on the call. Werribee with the numbers. Oh, coming through. Mick Gann does well. Shuffles it back to Highland, who worked his way in. Can he finish it off with a goal? Which way is it going to bounce? Through for a goal. Quick reply. Christian Highland. Oh. And I'll tell you, there's going to be one trainer who should stay very far away from Andrew Howlett at three-quarter time, I think, because that may have just cost them a goal. Thomson 11-7-73. Werribee 11-10-76, back to 3 points of difference on Alexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. Oh, there he is. He's on our screen too here, and he's giving Brett Skinner a drink, and he's staying right out of the centre square now, I would think. Well, it's just a bit of
bad luck.
Yeah, a bit of misfortune there. Back in the middle, Justin up against Shembry. Great punch down towards Festuca, and Festuca can run. Burns just gets him as he gets his kick away. Falls to the kick. Falls into Kennedy's arms. His kick's partly smothered, and there is the siren. So there's no score from that David Kennedy kick. And it is three-quarter time, and at three-quarter time, it is Werribee Central's 11 goals, 10. 76, they lead Thomson 11-7, 73. In that term, Werribee Centrals were able to kick 4 goals, 1, while Thomson are able to kick 6 goals, 1, and cut the margin to 3 points at three-quarter time. The goal kickers for Werribee, 4 to Adam Page, 2 each to Andrew Howlett and David Kennedy, singles to Conrad Slavinkas, Nick Smith and Chris Delaney, while for Thomson, their goals, 2 each to Sabali Armstrong, Christian McFarlane and to Luke Shannon, singles to Mark Cowan, Christian Highland, Mick Gann, Dale Menzies and Nick Maharis. So it's 3 points of difference at three-quarter time. We're set for what is going to be a classic battle in this final term between Thomson and Werribee Centrals. We'll be back with all the action and also a summary of the third term with Eric Nichols and Laurie de Goldie as we continue our match day live coverage at Godfrey Street.